everybody, it's Brook Waldorf. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Pick a Card Tarot reading. This one is a love reading. It was a viewer suggested reading. She DM'd me and I liked the idea, so I went with it. This is going to be for how will you meet your soulmate? We're also going to find out what My Hero Academia character they will remind you of. Yes, I realized halfway through the reading that I'd completely missed the opportunity to use all My Hero Academia Funko Pops. I also have my Hitoshi Shinso Funko Pop that I just got recently and I haven't used him in a video yet. But you know what? It's been a funky few days and my head was just not fully here. So on that note, of course, I just want to say that I hope everybody is safe and staying safe. I have barely left the house in a few days and the cabin fever is already setting in, so I can't imagine what it's like for some other people in the world. But I really don't want to talk about that. I kind of want that to be the only mention of it on my channel because these readings are timeless. Someone could be watching this 6 months or a year from now, or who knows, 5 years from now. But also mainly because I want my videos to be what they are. They're entertainment. I want to give you guys something to watch, to give you a laugh, to give you something fun. You know, I want this to be the fun, entertaining place that I think it has been and will hopefully continue to be. So that being said, let's get into it. Also, of course, hi, hello, follow me on Instagram, shameless self-promo, self-plug. Follow me on Instagram for weekly pick-a-cards to keep in touch with me, or if you want to just be informed on what's going to be coming up on my channel, get little sneak peeks and all that good stuff. Also, my Etsy shop will be linked below, so will my Instagram. They'll both be linked below. That's where I do my private readings. I renew the listings every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you're interested in getting a private reading with me, check that out. And again, this is How Will You Meet Your Soulmate? And make sure you stick around to the end for my handwritten messages, as always. And let's just go ahead and dive right in. So let's put those groups up on the screen. Go ahead, use your intuition to choose whichever group or groups you're feeling particularly drawn to. You can always choose more than one. Timestamps will be pinned in the comments so you can fast forward whenever you are ready. And yeah, this is a general reading. It might not resonate, or bits and pieces might, but just take what does, have fun with it. Can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments. Literally brightens my day, especially now. But anyways, moving on, let's have some fun. Let's get started with group 1, Deku. Go ahead and get into it. So how will you meet your soulmate? Well, here's the deal. Now this is a general reading, so of course take how this resonates with you, but I feel like for you guys, you either have been putting a lot of work in on yourselves, or you're maybe just starting to, but no matter what, I have this feeling of feeling very stuck. Again, I think for most of you, this is how you've been feeling. I don't think this is a recent development for most of you guys. Again, for some of you, it might be. But with this Hanged Man energy here, and we're going to get to the rest of this in just a second, because the rest is like really beautiful, really hopeful. And I'm very excited to get to the rest of the message. But it starts with the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, which I think is where a lot of you guys are right now. Just feeling, and I think, again, have been for a while. I don't think this is a recent development. This is just feeling stuck, feeling like you're in a stasis, like kind of feeling like you don't really know what to do. And I've been there. I've definitely been in those phases where I haven't like dated at all for like a year, and I like don't know what to do with myself, or like how should I proceed? You know what I mean? Like, how do I find someone? Like, do I find someone? I feel like that's kind of where you guys have been. I don't feel like you've necessarily been like despondent or like super upset, or like, if you hear my dog drinking, by the way, sorry. But yeah, I don't get the feeling that you guys have been like depressed or super duper lonely. Like, I get the feeling of you like wanting a relationship and wanting that connection, but I also see you kind of like, you know, being okay, you know? Again, I don't get this feeling of you guys being like super, super lonely, super sad, super like, I mean, there's no nice way to put it. Like, well, I mean, I guess it's a compliment, is I don't see you guys as desperate. So there you go. It's a compliment. You're not desperate. But yeah, so I see you guys kind of like, yeah, you want a relationship, but you're also just kind of like, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I'll just wait, focus on me, do my thing. So if that's not what you've been doing, that would be my advice. But again, for most of you guys, I think that Flurry, stop licking me. For most of you guys, I think that's what you've been doing. And it's going to pay off. And I'll tell you why. Because we've got the 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Magician. So this could be that most of you guys have been kind of focusing on your careers, focusing on school, focusing on kind of getting that area of your life, all together. Because I think, here's the deal. I feel like a lot of you guys wanted love, and maybe you were desperate at one point. And like, again, hi, so was I. We all are at some point or another. So again, like, don't feel like I'm reading you. I mean, I am, but I'm doing it with love and kindness because I was the same way a few years ago. But I feel like maybe you were a little bit desperate and maybe you really wanted love, but it wasn't coming from a place of actually being ready for it. It was coming from a place of being lonely and a place of desperation. And I think maybe you had that kind of realization of like, hey, okay, I'm not going to attract the right girl or the right guy if that's the energy that I'm in. So I need to start focusing on other things and getting myself ready for the right person. And I think that's what you guys have done. So the 7 of Pentacles, I love it in this particular deck. It's this energy of like, you know what? You've planted the seeds, you've watered the seeds. Now it's time to take a step back and let them grow. So again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this meant focusing on work, focusing on school, focusing on something, a hobby, bettering yourself, feeling better about yourself. And you focused your energy on you and the things that make you feel fulfilled and make you feel good about yourself. And I think those things are starting to pay off. The 7 of Pentacles also represents abundance. In particular, it can definitely represent financial abundance, and especially next to the 9 of Pentacles, because the 9 of Pentacles represents financial independence. For me, it's a message of doing what you love and making, pretty good money doing what you love, and also just being independent. So if this doesn't really have to do with like work or school for you, it just speaks to becoming independent, and really being in a good place with yourself. And because you're in that energy now, or you're getting into that energy now, you're able to manifest the right partner for you, the Magician. The Magician is all about the law of attraction, all about manifesting, all about being in the right energy to receive. 7 of Pentacles is very much a message of you're being open. You're very much open to receiving your soulmate, this wonderful person. So the Magician here is saying that you are manifesting. You have the tools, you have the ability. Maybe some of you have been like consciously manifesting, like doing affirmations and visualizations. But I feel like the majority of you guys haven't been. And honestly, that's what I always feel like when I'm not like intentionally using the law of attraction and it's more of like a subconscious kind of thing. It's hard to explain. I don't know if I can explain it any better than that. But when I'm in that kind of energy where I'm focusing on the stuff I love, but yes, that thing I want or those things I want are in the back of my head, but I'm not hyper focusing on them. That's how I always feel like I manifest things quicker. So you guys are going to be coming out of this Hanged Man period. Death is about transformation. It's about closing out a chapter. It's, that Scorpio energy of death and rebirth. So it's letting go of the old so that the new can come in. And the old is this stale, stagnant, hanged man energy. The old you, the you that maybe was a little bit lonely, a little bit desperate, a little bit, needy, or, a little bit, maybe it was about maturing for some of you. You had to mature a little bit. You had to learn a little bit. Whatever it was, whatever this, period of, not moving forward was, it's going to come to an end because you've done this work on yourself. And then that's what's going to bring your soulmate into your life. So let's look at your oracle cards. All right, we've got full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, I mean, Libra, the scales, it's all about, just the justice energy, balancing the scales, leveling out your karma, essentially. I feel like you guys have done like a mass clearing of your karma, of letting go of the limiting beliefs, letting go of the past, letting go of the fear, the doubt. And because of that, a win-win outcome is forecast. And I think it could, again, for some of you, maybe it's because you did focus on like career or something. So there's a win there and then a win with love as well. Okay. Then we've got flexibility. Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you, bend, don't break. Yeah. I like the, especially the gently flow. It kind of goes with what I was saying about the magician and the law of attraction, and like maybe don't like hyper consciously use the law of attraction, because I think again you have, and that's great and it's worked, but now I think is the time to kind of just like, again, that Seven of Pentacles energy, like you've planted the seeds, you've watered the seeds, like let it grow, like just keep focusing on you, do your thing, and this person will come in at the right time. So be flexible, allow them to come in, be open to receiving. And again, I really think you guys are. And also with this whole, you know, the turbulence and bend don't break. Again, I think for a lot of you, the Hanged Man energy, I think you've probably been single for a very long time. Again, hi, same, 6 years. Like, so I think you guys have probably been single for a very long time, and there may have been times where you wanted to give up. You wanted to just settle for someone. You wanted to just like, oh God, just get me on OkCupid and I'll just settle for the first girl or guy that I can get. Like, and again, like I've been there, so I understand. But bend, don't break. There's somebody truly great coming for you. And I don't think you guys are probably that far off. Again, it's a general reading, so it depends. You'll know, you can feel it. But then we've got be assertive. So that's very interesting. Maybe you'll be making the first move. Who knows? Be assertive. Oh, of course. Then we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So again, this is the law of attraction. You've got the magician and you've got the attraction card. So you've got multiple messages of the law of attraction. And again, I love this message that you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think that's what you guys have been doing. And the advice is to just continue doing that. Just continue to focus on yourself, focus on your new skincare routine, which is what I'm doing right now, or focus on that, you know, I always say this, but you know, like that YouTube channel you've always wanted to start, or that Instagram for your art that you've always wanted to do, or that Etsy shop, or, you know, whatever it may be. Keep focusing on you right now, and, you know, do the things that make you feel good about yourself and make you feel fulfilled. But let's go ahead and get into your handwritten messages. So let's see how you're going to meet your soulmate. This one. Okay, what have we got? All right, so chance meeting. And whenever I say chance meeting, I feel like I always get multiple comments asking me to explain what a chance meeting is. And so for me, it's something like, you know, at the grocery store, in line at Starbucks, randomly, like you bump into somebody at Disneyland. It's like, it's not through anybody else. It's not a friend of a friend. It's not like at work. It's like, you know, it's something totally by chance. Like the example I always give is like you're at Whole Foods and you both grab for the same melon at the same time, you know, kind of a thing. Now this is a timeless reading. I know where we are right now. I'm not obviously, I don't even want to talk about it. I'll make sure I say a little bit in my intro and then that's it. Because again, like this is to have fun. This is to have a little bit of an escape for, especially right now. Also, this is timeless. Someone could be watching this a year from now. So a chance meeting. Let's move on, Brooke. Okay, great. When will you meet? Okay. Interesting. When you walk down a new path. Well, we have that death energy, which again is closing out a chapter. So that is, in a way, that's walking down a new path. Also, the magician is major arcana. It's number 1. So it's a new beginning. We've got lots of endings, new beginnings. So when you walk down a new path, so again, maybe for some of you, you haven't walked down this new path yet. Maybe for some of you, you haven't been focusing on these other aspects of your life just yet. And it's advice for if you've been feeling compelled to start a job or start a project or a hobby or something like that, maybe now's the time to do that. But yeah, walking down a new path. And then I have your love will be like, and really what it is it's going to start, like, what is it going to start like? Are you going to start as friends? You know, that, I just worded it poorly, but I had already written all the insides out and I was like, I'm not redoing this whole thing. All right, so interesting, long distance. Okay, you might meet traveling or online. Start off long distance with a lot of visits. I wrote absence makes the heart grow fonder. And then bonding over FaceTime, text, Instagram, you know, DMs, etc. So very interesting. So you might start as a little bit of a long distance relationship. I wrote the absence makes the heart grow fonder because for me personally, like, obviously, like, I haven't found the one yet, you know, and I've done my fair share of dating in my life so far, and whenever I've had a long distance relationship, or whenever I've had even just like if, one of us goes on vacation for 10 days or something like that, you know what I mean, and you're apart for a while, I used to always think that absence makes the heart grow fonder was a crock of shit, because that never happened to me. But that's just because it wasn't the right person. So I truly believe that if you have to do long distance, if you're the type of person that said you'd say like, I would never do long distance, like maybe you would. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, because I really do think that absence makes the heart grow fonder when it's the right person. And if it's not the right person, obviously that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I just think that that's an important little thing. I don't know. I thought it when I wrote it. Just thought it would be important. But anyway, final thing. Let's find out which My Hero Academia character they're going to be like. Okay. All right. We've got Nejire Hado. So we've got kind, sweet, extroverted, talkative, curious, blunt, and complimentary. So yeah, she's always like complimenting everybody, and she's adorable, and she's like a little bit kind of weird in a way, because she'll kind of compliment people on like really strange, like weird things, and she's like super blunt about it, and it kind of like catches you off guard, and you're like, what? Like, my what's cute? Like, huh? Like, yeah, and she's just like really adorable, really sweet, super extroverted. Yeah, so cute. Well, that's gonna do it for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider subscribing if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. All right, Group 2, Sailor Chibi Moon. All right, Group 2, let's go ahead and get into it. So how will you meet your soulmate? And of course, stick around to the end for my handwritten notes. Okay, well, you guys have 3 major arcana. That's a lot. That's some, really life-changing, oftentimes kind of fated energy. And especially with what we've got going on here, we've got the Fool, the High Priestess, Judgment. These are big energies. I feel like before you meet your soulmate, you're gonna go through it a little bit. I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of how it goes for a lot of people. So I'm not even like surprised. I don't feel like this is that shocking of a message. But let's start with that Ten of Swords. So I love this card from this deck. I love the artwork. And this deck actually comes with an extra card. And it's this exact card, this artwork. And instead of the Ten of Swords, it says everything is fine on it. And I just love it. I want to like hang it up somewhere. It's perfect. It's like, I think I've said this before, but it reminds me of that dog, that meme, the dog in the house that's on fire. Like, this is fine. Like, and that's what this card makes me think of. So the Ten of Swords is, this is fine. Like, everything is insane, and somebody backstabbed you, and, a friendship ended, and you lost your job, and you have to move, and you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's that feeling of like, I feel like everything is going to seem like everything is going wrong before you meet your soulmate. But it's really just kind of like a bit of a purge, I think. I think that, whenever we're manifesting something and it seems like, it's like, oh, I feel good. Like, yeah, I think maybe things are going to happen. That's that 3 of Wands energy. So I think you're going to feel like, oh yeah, like they're coming. It's totally going to happen. The 3 of Wands is a message of like, your ship is coming in, but it's just not time yet. So it's like soon, but not quite yet. So I feel like you're going to feel I feel like you're going to feel this excitement of like, oh, they're coming. Like, I can feel it. The High Priestess, sorry, we'll come back to you. Give me a second. The High Priestess is a highly intuitive energy. It's all about trusting your intuition, listening to your intuition, being guided. And so I feel like you're going to be feeling this, and you're going to be feeling like, yeah, wow, oh my God, amazing. Like, they're totally coming soon. This is great. Like, you're going to feel that energy. You're going to have that like intuition. You're probably going to get it in like if you do tarot readings. I know a lot of you guys do like tarot readings for yourself. And some of you are also tarot readers like professionally as well. So maybe you'll do readings for yourself, or maybe you'll buy private readings for yourself or something. And like, you'll keep getting this message that like, they're coming soon. And you'll like be feeling it, and you'll be like, hell yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like crash, bang, boom, like, oh no, like everything goes wrong. And, then you just are like, this is fine. Like, that's just what it feels like. You know, sometimes when we're manifesting, it's like we feel like, oh, it's going to happen, it's going to be great, and then shit hits the fan. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I so thought this was going to happen, like, in the next, like, month or two. Like, it really felt like it. All the readings said so. My intuition, my dreams, my everything. And then, boom, like, roadblock, hold on. And it's like, I'm imagining in my head almost like it's like a weird Pixar movie or something. And I'm seeing like a train track, you know, and there's like a guy standing there like with like the, like, you know, like a, not a police outfit, but it's not important, Brooke, just get to it. Okay. But basically someone being like, nope, like can't enter, like we're under construction here, like sorry. And you're like, oh, what the hell? Like this was supposed to be open like 2 days ago or something, you know what I mean? Like, and like, nope, sorry, like under construction. And it's like, I just get this feeling of like the universe, like being almost a little bit like cheeky, you know, and being like, we're almost like they're testing a little bit. I feel like testing your ability to like get through it and not lose it. So honestly, the whole like, this is fine is probably the attitude that you should have. Just have that, this is fine, and just keep going on with your life. You know, cool. I don't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I got that meme sent to me multiple times today from multiple people, and it was weird. So, and they didn't know that they were each sending it. And like, anyway, so basically that's the energy that I feel like you should be in. I feel like the universe is going to test you, and I feel like you should just be like, this is fine. It's cool. It's fine. I don't care. My life's on fire right now. It's great. It's going to be fine. You know, take that kind of attitude, and then there you go. Judgment, the Fool. So Judgment is rebirth. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's, you know, Scorpio energy, transformation. It's all about letting go of the old, you know, shedding. Again, it feels like a little bit of a purge. Like this kind of testing moment is like, are they going to, are they going to freak out and like panic and lose it? Or are they going to be like, you know what, fine, this is just fine. I know they're coming. I have the faith. I got this. We got this. All the messages thus far have been very positive. So, you know, life isn't perfect. There's a little bit of a roadblock. So what, you know? And if you take that attitude, I think you're going to enter into this kind of next phase. Again, it's the phoenix rising from the ashes, being reborn, reawakened, kind of, you know, like I said, shedding all of the old, being confident again, believing in love, believing in yourself. And then we get the Fool. Number 0, the first major arcana, the beginning of the next chapter. It's kind of, you know, finding that childlike sense of wonder again, being able to trust your intuition, because you're going to be guided to this person. And we're going to find out how and everything in just a second, like how you're going to meet. But I think you're definitely going to be intuitively guided, either to like go to a certain place or check out a certain website or do a certain thing. It could be anything. It can be something like, I always use the example of like learning another language. And somebody commented the other day and they were like, oh, I've had this crazy urge to learn German. Like, oh, there you go. Learn German, you know? Das ist gut. I don't know what that means. Is that even German? I don't know. Is that like fake German? I don't even know. That's horrible. I'm German, so I should probably, I'm sorry. But only part German. But anyway, moving on. Sorry if I insulted every German person. Okay, Brooke, get it together. Sorry, it's been a weird few days. My brain is, I haven't left the house a lot. But the Fool, getting out of your comfort zone. Again, it's this energy of believing, trusting, following your intuition, being able to take leaps of faith when you're called to. Now, let's get to your oracles. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. That's what we've got going on here. Again, I really wouldn't be surprised if you have been like doing readings on yourself, or you've been getting readings and they've all been saying like soon. You might have even had an exact like month of like, oh, April, or, you know, Aries season or something like that, you know what I mean? And like you keep getting that message. So then you're like, what the F? Like, why would I get that message like 17 times if it's not going to happen? And it's like, nothing is yet set in stone. Because again, this feels like a test. And this feels like if you panic, if you freak out, if you lose that hope, it might get pushed back farther. But if you just kind of ride the waves, which I'm like really drawn to on this card, if you just kind of ride the waves, it will still happen like not long after this moment, you know? Because again, the 3 of Wands is a message to have faith. It's saying your ship is coming in, but just not yet. And you need to just trust. You need to just have faith that the universe knows what you want and they're going to deliver it to you in the perfect place, time, etc. It's just of holding on to that faith. It's kind of like the message of like, don't quit right before the miracle occurs, which kind of feels like this underlying message for your entire reading. Okay, then we've got metamorphosis. Trust the process. Oh, yes, 100%. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Judgment, Scorpio, metamorphosis, change, absolutely 100%. Again, this message of like letting go of the old, of shedding, of not freaking out, of being like, this is fine, and not panicking. Trust the process, 3 of Wands, be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Oh, I love this. Okay, then we've got communicate clearly. Very interesting. Well, it's funny because there was like some elements of this that I feel like were a little bit similar to group 1. It's weird. A lot of times group 1 and group 2 are kind of similar in my readings. But anyway, they had be assertive in this card, and I thought, oh, you might be making the first move. And it's funny because I was thinking that just like a minute or two ago with your Fool energy, with this whole like, get out of your comfort zone. I think maybe, I know I get a lot of you that are like, no, I don't want to make the first move. Okay, it's fine. Maybe you don't have to, but maybe for some of you, you'll be making the first move. And if not, just make sure that you're communicating clearly with this person. Because I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that your soulmate might be somebody who doesn't entirely understand, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God. Like nuances, they might need you to be a little bit straightforward with them. And then we've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So I think this is just means that, like, I don't think it's necessarily about like physical type. I get this when I think of, for me, I've been single for a long time. No big deal. I've been single for 6 years, going strong. But I've changed what I want like so many times. You know what I mean? Like I thought I knew exactly what I was looking for in a guy. And turns out I'm still not even 100% sure what I want in a guy. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's more about just kind of keeping an open mind as to the type of person they're going to be, because they might just be a little bit different than what you initially thought. Or maybe you had this like perfect idea in your head since you were like a kid, and now it's like evolving and you're not 100% sure what you're looking for. So just make sure you keep an open mind. Okay. So let's go ahead and find out how you'll meet. Okay. Okay, so we got online because of similar interests. So start following, commenting, etc. So, if you have like something you're super into, like if you're super into My Hero Academia or Attack on Titan or BTS or like whatever, like, maybe find those like fan accounts or like people that do fan art or like whatever it may be. Like you never know. Like honestly, like I've become like really close friends with a few people that were subscribers of they're still subscribers. It's not like they became my friend and they were like unsubscribe. But they were subscribers of my channel and they reached out to me and we just clicked and we've become good friends. Like, you know what I mean? So you never know. Comment, reach out, you never know. You never know who's going to reply, who's going to be that friend or who you're going to click with. So let's see, when will you meet? This one is just staring at me. So that's the one we're going with. When you release control and just let it happen. Well, it just so happens that the judgment energy, the Fool energy, and this whole idea of keeping an open mind is very much exactly this. So when you release control and just let it happen. Again, that's a 10 of Swords too. I think that's probably why the universe is testing you, because they're trying to get you to stop controlling and they're trying to test you and see, okay, are they really ready to let go of control? That 3 of Wands is letting go of control. The 10 of Swords, your whole reading, I don't know how I didn't see it until just now. Your entire reading is about letting go of control. Hi, hello, this is my group. Like, I'm such a type A control freak. So it's definitely still something that like have to work with. In my love life, I'm pretty chill at this point, but in other aspects of my life, I still have to work on it for sure. I'm definitely a type A control freak perfectionist. So I'm super fun at parties. But definitely, this is about letting go of control for you guys. And I think you're there. I think when you get tested, if it's happening now or not, when they're like, let me throw all this crap right at you, I think you're going to pass with flying colors, especially now that you consciously are aware of what's going to be happening. Now you can do that. So, oh, exciting. Okay. Now we've got your love will be like, really, your love will start like. I wrote all of them out, and then I was like, well, I should have worded that differently. And I'm like, I'm not rewriting all of these because I don't want to. So how will this start? How will your relationship start? Oh, let's see what we've got. Okay. Old-fashioned romance. Cute. Okay, so we've got going on cute romantic dates, innocent but also sexy. Think Singularity vibes. If you don't know that song, listen to it. In fact, watch the music video because it's just like the most sensual video / song. Like, it's just like, It's just one of those songs that makes you just want to go, You know what I mean? Like, anyway, moving on. Hand-holding, sweet, loving, and chivalry isn't dead. So you've got a nice little old-fashioned romance. Very cute. Keep an open mind. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe you don't think that exists anymore. Maybe you think chivalry is dead. Well, think again, Carol. All right, which My Hero Academia character will they be like? It's this one. Okay, no. I'm sorry. Well, we'll take it. Fine. Okay, sure. But group 1 got the same one. And I'm like, okay, can we get some, like, variety? We'll do 2. You guys, you get 2 because you're special. All right, so we've got Nejire Hado and Deku. Perfect. Okay. What a great combo. Anyway, so for Nejire, there we go. Okay, really. Kind and sweet, extroverted, talkative, curious, blunt, complimentary. All right, and then for Deku, I wrote, we've got underdog, sweet again, loyal, strong-willed, adorable, clumsy, hard worker, determined, and deeply cares about others. So honestly, the 2 of these characters are such a like adorable combination to create like one human out of these 2 people or these 2 characters. They're 2 of my total faves. I have a tattoo of Deku. I think my other one, because it's on my thigh, I think I'm going to get a matching one eventually. Probably be Amajiki, but I don't know. Nejire Hado would be a really cute tattoo too. But yeah, so you've just got a really sweet, chivalrous, old-fashioned romance. Like, oh my God, I'm living for this person. Can I have one? Thanks. But yeah, they're going to be really sweet. Someone who deeply cares about you, very loyal, and just someone who's just sweet and adorable. But anyways, you guys, that's gonna do it for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and you're not yet subscribed, consider doing that, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Oh great, bye. All right, it's time for our final group 3, Suga. Group 3, let's go ahead and get into it. So how will you meet your soulmate? And of course, stick around to the end for my handwritten notes. All right, so for you guys, very interesting. There's been a pretty good amount of major arcana through this entire reading. So a lot of life-changing, kind of big, like faded energies running through all 3 groups. This feels kind of magical, all 3 of them, to be honest. Let's get into it. This particular Lover's card, just the artwork, I don't know, just something about it just makes me feel like it's pure magic. But first, we've got that 4 of Swords. So I think a lot of you guys maybe have been through like a recent breakup, or if it wasn't that recent, maybe it's just still, things are just lingering, you just haven't fully moved on. For some of you, maybe it was like your first love. Those are tough to get over. So for some of you, yeah, maybe it was your first love, or maybe it was just a really long-term relationship that maybe you were blindsided, maybe you didn't see it coming. And for others of you, this could also represent maybe you've just been single for a very long time. So this is, taking a break. This is hibernation. This is like needing a break, the 4 of Swords. And so I think a lot of you maybe have kind of been hibernating when it comes to dating. So again, no matter how long you've been single, you haven't been dating. I just feel like you guys haven't dated. Whether you've been single for 6 months or 6 years, I don't think you've really hardly dated, because whatever happened to you really hurt you, and it really kind of puts you in a place of like, hey, like, I'm done, like, this was garbage, like, this is what dating is, then like, fine, I'll just die alone, it's no big deal. Like, that's the kind of, you guys are dramatic. I like it. I feel like this is my Leo Scorpio group. I'm a Scorpio sun rising Leo moon, so I get it. But I've said I'm going to die alone like 800 times. Like, but yeah, I feel like that's you guys. You've like kind of maybe have resigned yourself to, oh, I'm just going to die alone. It's fine. It's just fine. But you know, you're at a crossroads here. And I feel like you have the opportunity either right now or in the near future. I think you're going to have the opportunity to choose a different direction. So the Two of Wands is a very optimistic energy. It's this message of the world is at your fingertips. So I see your perspective shifting, and we're going to talk about it in just a second. We're going to get to that Page of Pentacles because I think that's probably how it's going to happen for a lot of you guys. But I see you having this opportunity to have your perspective shift. And like, the way I kind of explain the Two of Wands is like, okay, think of like these two, you know, wands as this is the old path. She's turned her back on the old path. So the old path, you know, it served its purpose. It was there. It happened. You went through relationships. You went through long periods being single. You got hurt. Things happened. You've taken time to hibernate, to heal. And you had to do that. It was necessary. The Four of Swords is a very necessary energy. But the thing about it is a lot of times we can just kind of get stuck in it. Very much kind of like, you know, the devil energy. It's like you kind of need to like take a break sometimes. You need to take that, you know, step back. But you can easily get stuck in it because it kind of turns into like the comfort zone. And so that's this. She's turned her back on it. She's like, no, I'm done with this. Like, I recognize that it had a purpose. I recognize that it helped me, that this needed to happen. But guess what? I'm moving forward. I'm done. So she's choosing the new path. And the new path is to be optimistic, to look at the world, like look at all the possibilities that lie ahead of me, all of the possible people I could end up with, what could, like taking it like optimistically, like being excited about it. Like, oh man, what could they look like? They could look like this or that or this, or, you know, where could we meet or how could we meet, or, oh, the possibilities are just endless. Like, it's kind of like believing in the magic of life again. Again, this Lovers card in particular just makes me feel like pure magic. So I see you guys having this opportunity either now or maybe recently or in the near future to switch your perspective to the more optimistic, the more positive, because I think for a lot of you, Page of Pentacles, I think you've started on a journey. And for a lot of you, I think it's probably to do with your career, maybe school, but this is more of like a career driven kind of thing, I feel like. But, you know, you go to school to start your career. But anyway, Page of Pentacles, this is like starting out on a journey. You know, this is fresh. This is new. This is young. Like, this is like a new, fresh journey. And again, it's Pentacle energy, which is earth energy, so it can be definitely financial, but also it's all about being grounded, being practical, taking the time. You're not rushing into anything. And again, I think this is your way of getting out of the Four of Swords, is maybe you've been really down on yourself, and maybe you finally got to that breaking point where you're like, okay, Tiffany, like, I can't live like this anymore. I need to move forward. You know, I need to get out of the bed. I need to put down the Doritos, and I need to wash my hair, and then I need to get out there. And this is all about, again, for most of you guys, I think it's like a hobby or a career or something, or a hobby turned into a career. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys, it's like a YouTube channel or an Etsy shop or a podcast, or like, you know what I mean? Like anything. It doesn't have to even be those things, but just some dream that you have that maybe you've thought wouldn't happen. And now you're like, you know what? This is the right time. I am going to try that podcast. I am going to do that thing that I've been wanting to do. Like, I feel good enough now. And so I think that's what's going to help you, is by focusing on something else, something that makes you feel good about yourself. I think that's what's going to help you switch your perspective and also kind of get you into this Empress energy. The Empress, this is self-love, confidence. She's abundance. She's creation. She's creative. So again, be creative. Like, think of the things that bring you joy. You might have some sort of hobby that you wouldn't even think you could make money off of, but there's probably some creative way to do it. You know, so just be creative. Be in your Empress energy. This is being powerful, being in your power. And again, when you're in that Empress energy, you're pretty much, you know, no one you're irresistible basically in for love, for career, for anything. This is like the ultimate energy to be in. You know, the emperor or the empress, you know, that divine masculine, divine feminine, like that's where we want to be. That's when we're in our power, and it's coming from a good place. It's not coming from, you know, an ego fueled, oh, I'm in my power. You know what I mean? It's coming from a good place of truly being confident and truly being ready to kind of take on the world. I don't know what if you guys don't know this song, Make It Right, the BTS song, like the music video for it with like the animation, that video, I don't know why like that song is playing in my head and like that animation is playing in my head. And like, because I'm thinking about the lovers, I'm thinking about two people like coming together. And I do think that it's going to have something to do with your career, partially because it is going to put you in that Empress mode and have you feeling good about yourself. But I also get this like crossroads. Two of Wands can represent travel as well. So it could be like traveling for work. Or working with other people online from somewhere else in the world or something like that, connecting you to people that you wouldn't have been connected to otherwise. Because again, this just feels magical. The lovers is harmony, partnership, commitment. It's oftentimes a past life relationship for me. So having that instant connection, that instant recognition, the second you see this person, second you meet this person, and they feel it for you too. It's also can represent, you know, business partnerships and things along those lines. So for some of you, maybe this person is going to be someone you go into business with or something. But let's go ahead and check out your oracle cards. Oh, very interesting. We've got New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Again, this feels magical. Like, there's no way you can control this. The only thing you can control is you going after your hobby or your career or your school or whatever this is for you, this journey, whatever this pentacle, earthy, you know, practical journey is. And for some of you, it might even be a journey to self-love, like maybe treating yourself better, maybe eating better, maybe working out, you know, maybe, talking to yourself better, you know, nicer. So it could just even be that kind of a self-love journey. But luck is on your side. Very interesting. Okay, we've got pilgrimage. How many times have I said journey? Literally, pilgrimage. You're on a journey to, oh my God, yes. You're on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. Are you flipping kidding me right now? I could just stop right here, I feel like mic drop. But seriously, this is, you are on a journey to your own greatness. Page of Pentacles and the Empress. Your soul is longing to find the way. The Four of Swords. I'm stuck. I can't get out. Oh my God. Like, why can't anything work out? Blah, blah, blah. You know, only you can choose your path. Two of Wands. Literally. I can't. Then we've got listen to your intuition. Absolutely. Again, whatever this is, whatever this Page of Pentacles is for you, I think it's something that you've like always wanted to try, or it's always been in the back of your head, but you maybe didn't know how to execute it, or you didn't think it would make sense, or you didn't think it would work out, or you wouldn't be good enough, or whatever it may be. But listen to your intuition, because luck is on your side. All right, then we've got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Absolutely. Like I said, that Four of Swords energy is sometimes necessary, but it can kind of turn into the comfort zone that, you know, the devil, you know. Again, it makes me think of the devil card a lot, kind of like self-sabotaging, getting stuck in the comfort zone. And I think it's time for you to get out of the comfort zone. It's time for you to go after whatever this journey is. And this is going to lead you to your soulmate. So let's go ahead and find out how you're going to meet. So how will you meet your soulmate? Okay. Online. Okay. Online because of similar interests. So start following, commenting, etc. So that doesn't shock me because, again, we do have this kind of feeling of maybe somebody from somewhere else in the world. And again, I did mention, like, maybe that's how you're going to connect is online, because maybe it's somebody from somewhere else in the world. Maybe you're doing a similar thing, or maybe they help you with something, or, you know, again, it could even just be a similar interest, like, you know, My Hero Academia, you start talking about it or something. And actually group 2 got the same card, and I told them that I've become close friends with a few people that were subscribers of my channel. Like, they just started as subscribers. They messaged me. We clicked. There was just something about them. I intuitively knew it. They intuitively knew it. we're obviously soul fam, no big deal, you know who you are, but like you never know, you know what I mean? Like you never know who could reply, you know what I mean? So follow your intuition. When will you meet? So let's find out. Okay, that was quick. Let's find out when you'll meet. When you walk down a new path. I mean, 100%, that's the Two of Wands. Only you can choose your path, literally the word path. So yeah, when you walk down a new path, when you get out of the Four of Swords, when you go to this Two of Wands, you get into that more optimistic energy and you start going down this new path with that Page of Pentacles. Oh, very interesting. Okay, then we've got your love will be like, which is really start like. And I explained to everyone else. I wrote all these out and then realized the wording was horrible and I was like, I'm not rewriting all of this. I'm just not doing it. So how will your love start? This one. Best friends. Oh, cute. Friends first. Common interests. Ha ha ha. Genuinely connect and love being around each other. Sweet and wholesome connection. So you guys are going to start out as friends, most likely because of similar interests, common interests, which is right there. You have that twice. So very interesting. All right. Then we've got, which My Hero Academia character will they be like? As I'm realizing, again, it's been a weird few days. I'm like, why didn't I just use all My Hero Funko Pops? I literally have my Shinso over there and I haven't used them in a video yet. And it's like, wow, bro, great job. Great job. Excellent. You're killing the game today. All right, we've got Deku. Okay. So we've got underdog, sweet, loyal, strong-willed, adorable, clumsy, hard worker, determined, and deeply cares about others. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe we've got going on here because we've got the best friend vibe. We've got that sweet, wholesome connection, someone you are friends with first, you have a genuine connection with. Again, with the lovers, a lot of times, like I said, that's a past life connection for me. So it's having that kind of like instant connection with someone. So yeah, a very wholesome, sweet person. They sound wonderful. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new and not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Alright, you guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for watching the outro, because now that I've said it, I'm getting lots of comments from people that actually watch the outro, so I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I have more BTS coming up, because I know a lot of you are really into the BTS themed readings. Just depends on when some certain things come in the mail, so it might be my next video or it might be the one after my next video, but don't worry, more BTS themed readings coming soon, and regular content like this as well coming soon because I have nothing better to do. So I love you guys. Again, stay safe, be kind to each other. I love you, I appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Alright, bye guys.